where we're at on impeachment is there was a call between Donald Trump and the Ukrainian president that occurred where we've had a whistleblower and now apparently at least a second whistleblower and possibly more, we're hearing. But a second whistleblower who might have actually been on the call as opposed to getting the information secondhand, even though the person who got it secondhand got it from about a half a dozen people, that the president during the call essentially asked the president of Ukraine to get dirt on a political opponent's family member, and also shot the conspiracy theory around what happened with the Russian interference in our elections, basically trying to somehow say it was in the Ukraine with the server and the DNC, something that's been discredited by Democrats and Republicans alike. When he did the call, they did wind up giving us the notes of the transcript, so it's not the word-for-word transcript, but it's the notes of the transcript. So there's a few spots we don't have information, but that's exactly what he said, is he wanted them to do him a favor, which again is not exactly diplomatic terms that we usually use if you're conducting official business, and that's really initiated us to where we're at today. So when that information came out, that is a betrayal of the oath of office for the president, as many of us see it, because you're asking a foreign government for information. Not that different than what the Mueller report was about, but he didn't fess up to it. We were trying to get information. In this case, you have a motive, information on your political opponent. You have a crime, asking a foreign leader to get you that information. You have a confession because he told us he asked that, and then we have evidence because he actually gave us the notes where he did that. So this one really kind of jumps where the Mueller report was going very slow and the president wasn't allowing witnesses to come. This time we've got a lot of information, and that had about 80 members of Congress jump and say they were for an impeachment inquiry. The public opinion we saw move very swiftly, more swiftly than previous impeachments in our history. Not that we've had a lot, but we've had like 4 for president. So we're at where we're at. So right now what's happening is the intelligence, there's 6 committees that officially have some piece of what they're looking at for impeachment, whether it be the emoluments clause, tax returns, the Mueller report, etc. All the attention right now is on the Intelligence Committee, which Adam Schiff is the chair, and that committee is doing this because this is in that area, it's in their jurisdiction. Should they decide that something occurred that would go to articles of impeachment, those would go to the Judiciary Committee, which is Jerry Nadler's the chair of, and that's the committee that officially would take on any articles of impeachment. From what we are hearing from, because they're moving already, while I'm here, they're meeting, they're getting depositions this week, they got depositions last week, that you're likely to see something happen one way or the other by the end of the year with this, maybe even by Thanksgiving, because Adam Schiff has learned from the last time when the president doesn't allow witnesses to come, that this time he said, well, I'll just list that as obstruction under articles of impeachment if you're not going to allow people to come. Because it is rather ridiculous that you can't let people come. I always live by the Wisconsin smell test. If you really are innocent, wouldn't you want to give that person a ride to testify and then give them a big bottle of water so their voice is really clear as they talk about your innocence? And unfortunately, none of that's happening in this particular situation. Intelligence Committee is going to look at it. We're still moving on a lot of other things, and we can talk about that as you want. But